morning, welcome to Morning Expresso. You're watching Indian Express. I'm Charulata Biswas. Let's begin with the big story of the day. In a poll speech in Uttar Pradesh, days after 38 convicts were sentenced to death in the 2008 Ahmedabad blast case, the Prime Minister accused the opposition of being soft on terror and singled out the Samajwadi Party for attack, linking its election symbol, the bicycle, to those used to plant some of the bombs then. In his attack, he targeted SP for deciding to withdraw cases against some of those accused of terror attacks in the state. Here are the stories you'll find only in Indian Express. A string of WhatsApp messages purportedly sent by a journalist to Wriddhiman Saha, the Bengal wicketkeeper who was not picked for the Test series against Sri Lanka, is at the center of controversy. A day after Saha tweeted a screenshot of the messages from someone he described as a respected journalist, the Indian Express has learned that the BCCI will ask the cricketer to reveal the unnamed person's identity before deciding on its course of action. In the Idea Exchange program of Indian Express, industry leader and author Naushad Forbes analyzes the budget, argues for more government spending in the social sector, zero tariff trade, and explains why corporates don't speak up as much as they should. He says the first step for economic recovery is to create more jobs and put enough money into people's hands. Here are the stories from the front page. Citing high levels of uncertainties, India has asked the family members of embassy officials in Ukraine, as well as students and citizens whose stay is not vital, to leave. The move comes amid concerns that Russia could invade soon. The government last week lifted restrictions on flights operating between India and Ukraine. Meanwhile, the body of a 35-year-old Dalit woman who was raped, abandoned, and found in a critical state 6 days later was shifted in the early hours of Sunday from Jaipur to her native village in Nagaur district amid heavy police presence. Her family, who has been refusing to cremate her body for the past 3 days, demanding 50 lakh rupees and government jobs for her children, said the body was moved forcibly from the mortuary in Jaipur. Here are the must-reads. For decades now, Prayagraj and its satellite localities of Naini, Jhansi and Papamau have hosted students from backward districts of eastern UP and Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh and Uttarakhand with aspirations of a government job. The BJP's Sankalp Patra for Uttar Pradesh polls claims that since 2017, 5 lakh youths have got government jobs in the state and 3 lakh contractual jobs without any discrimination. 1 week to go for voting in Prayagraj in the 5th phase on February 27th. Those numbers ring hollow. Meanwhile, in Lakhimpur Kheri, where 8 persons including 4 farmers were killed last October, some locals say that the incident will have no bearing on the poll outcome and the deaths are now in the past. Some even believe that it was a conspiracy against Union MOS Ajay Mishra's son Ashish Mishra, who is accused in the case. 2 days ago, a court in Gujarat sentenced 38 convicts to death for planning and perpetrating the 2008 Ahmedabad serial blasts. The explosions were allegedly carried out by Indian Mujahideen, a shadow entity unknown to even central agencies such as RAW, until the case was cracked by a Mumbai police officer, a crime branch veteran known for nabbing car thieves. In the past 10 plus months, investors in 18 companies out of 50 that took the initial public offering route are sitting on losses while several others have generated only marginal gains. At least 1 in 3 IPOs is currently trading below its issue offer price. The CEO of an asset management company said investors should be careful when there are many IPOs. If these companies could not make profit in lockdown when everything turned online, I'm not comfortable with them when the economy has opened up, he said. The Simlipal National Park in Odisha is home to 3 out of every 4 tigers in the state and 20% of its elephant population. The reserve and surrounding forests saw major fires in February and March 2021. Last year, a village in the core area of the tiger reserve is now better prepared as the fire season approaches. And in today's Delhi Confidential, Supreme Court judges took a break from work on Saturday to visit the Mughal Gardens at Rashtrapati Bhavan at the invitation of President Ramnath Kovind and First Lady Savita Kovind. Making their day all the more special was President Kovind's surprise for the youngest among the guests, Sriya Yarlagadda, who accompanied her grandfather, Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana, and grandmother, Sivamala, on the trip. And finally, in this episode of Three Things, we discuss the concerns of the Dalit community in Hathras. We also talk about migrant workers in Punjab and the 2008 Ahmedabad bomb blast's judgment. That's a news wrap from my end. For the latest updates, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Indian Express. Thank you for watching.